Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered that how you can log your any field device data in the SQLite database using Spandan SCADA. Okay, so if you want to watch that video, then you can watch that video by clicking on this link, and if you want to download the backup of that video, then you can download using this file. Okay, now in this video what we are going to do is, instead of SQLite database, we are going to log our data in the MySQL database. So here you can see I have my MySQL workbench open, and here you can see I have test database. Inside the test database I don't have any tables, so we are going to log our field device data into this test database, and we will ask Spandan SCADA to create table or update the table as per the requirement. So let's see how you can configure your Spandan SCADA to log your field device data in the MySQL database. So here is our Spandan SCADA configuration application, and here in the database logger we have to create one database logger to log the data in the MySQL database. So in the publisher section you will find the database logger. Here you have to click on this plus icon to add your database logger. So I'm going to add MySQL DB logger. Okay, and I'm going to press OK here. Now the driver we are going to use is the ODBC driver. Now what you have to put in the database name. So in the database name you have to provide your ODBC connection name. So where you can find that ODBC connection name. So here if you search for the ODBC, and you can see we have ODBC data source for 64-bit and we have ODBC data source for 32-bit. I have created ODBC connection to MySQL database using 32-bit ODBC data source. Okay, you can see MySQL 32-bit data source name, and the driver I have used is MySQL ODBC 8.0 ANSI driver. And if you double click here, then you will see the data source name MySQL 32 DSN, the TCP IP server. The TCP IP server is the IP address and port number of your MySQL database. So my MySQL database is running in my local host, so I'm going to provide my local host IP address, and this is the port number. And here I have provided my username and the password, and the database I'm going to connect to is the test database. And if you want to test the connectivity between this ODBC connection and MySQL database, then you can click on this test button, and here you can see connection successful. Okay, so we can use this ODBC connection DSN to connect with the MySQL database and to log the data inside the MySQL database. So here what I have to provide is I have to provide this data source name. So I have to paste it here. Then after, in the options I have to leave it as it is. In the host I have to provide the IP address. So I have to copy this IP address. I have to paste it here. And the port, again I have to copy it from here, 3306. I have to provide it here. The user is root and the password is tour. Okay, here you can see the user is root and here the password is tour, and the database is already test database, so we don't have to mention here. Okay, so once you specify the ODBC DSN name, it will consider that ODBC connection and it will consider that database. Now we have to provide the table name for our data logging. So I'm going to provide table name is Modbus data, and the log interval I'm going to set is 10 seconds. I want to log each of my Modbus device data at interval of 10 seconds, and I'm going to allow auto create update table. So you can see the table is not created, so if I allow it, then Spandan SCADA will create the table if it is not created, and if there is not a proper table, okay, then it will update the table as per the requirement. Now we have to select which variable we want to log in our database. So we are going to select the variable using this three dot. Okay, once you click on this three dot, the dialog box will open, and here you have to select the variable. You can press OK, and if you leave this field blank, then Spandan SCADA will consider that I have to log every variable. So it will log every variable available or configured inside the Spandan SCADA. So that's it. So you can close this DSN. Okay, and it is working fine. We have already tested it. So now what we can do is we can save it. Okay, and we can refresh the publisher, and we can go to the MySQL workbench, and here you can see the Modbus data table is created by Spandan SCADA, and I can select top 1000 rows. Okay, and here you can see we have first data dump. You can see 2109. Okay, I can rerun again, and after 10 seconds we have second data dump 210930, 210940. So exactly after 10 seconds we have the data dump. Now if I update the holding register value by using auto increment function, then we will see the update in the MySQL database. Okay, so at 2110 you will see the update, I guess. Yeah, you can see 82, 5 and 3, and after 2110 you will see the next update. Okay, you can see. So this is how Spandan SCADA will read the data from your field devices, and in our case field device is the Modbus. You can see I have mapped or configured my Modbus device here, and you can see the live value here. Okay, so it will read the data from field device, and then after, based on our database logger configuration, it will log the data in that database on certain interval as per our requirement. Also, if you want to log your data on the value change, then also you can enable this option to log your data on the value change. Okay, so you can do that as per your requirement. I have already explained this option in the previous video. So once you click on this log on the change, it will log the data on the value change as well, and if there is no value change for this interval, then also it will log the data at this interval. Okay, so once you try, then you will find that how it is working. But you can see we are logging the data in the MySQL database at every 10 seconds. So this is how you can configure your Spandan SCADA to log your data in the MySQL database. So I hope this thing is clear, and if you still have any question or any doubt, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp. Otherwise, you can also comment on this video, you can send me a mail, or you can also ping me on LinkedIn. So we will see you in the next video. Okay, and in the next video maybe we will come up with a new topic in the Spandan SCADA. So stay tuned for the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.